Welcome viewers. I'm Dr. Naveen from Department of Management Studies, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. So today topic I'm going to discuss today agenda is meaning of physical evidence and guidelines for effective strategy of physical evidence in services. So these are the two components today I am going to discuss. So first thing is what is the meaning of physical evidence? So I have given certain important concepts and definition on the physical evidence. When customer visit a service facility, they expect it to be user friendly, easy to find, simple to use, and staffed by helpful personnel. So, physical evidence means any service industries, example hospitals, there are a number of staffs who will guide to the customer, who will give instructions to the customer. So the customer should not be feel discomfortable. So therefore, that is the physical evidence. The service industries, either hospitals or banking sectors, they will give certain instructions to the customer. So helpful nature. So the industries should show the helpful nature to the customers. So this is the example of the physical evidence. So let us continue. Operations specialize tend to focus on functional aspects of facility design with an emphasis on productive use of resources and safe, efficient delivery of services. But marketers also care about the impression that service facility and personnel make on customers and how they contribute to the overall service experience. So in the previous videos also I have discussed about the customer expectations and the customer service experience and all. So here the main ambition of a service industry is to reach the customer. To reach the customer, the staff or frontline service providers are carefully, seriously treat customer in a comfortable way. So this is the meaning of the physical evidence. So here in many instances we can see that nature of that experience that differentiate one service providers from its competitors. So market must address the question, what physical evidence should our facilities present? When you go to service factory and interact directly with the employees, you are exposed to more compelling evidence than when service is delivered at your home. So these are the certain examples I am giving you for the physical evidence. So we will go for the next concept, that is guidelines for effective strategy of the physical evidence. So we will see what are the guidelines we will issue for the physical evidence. So let us check which are all the guidelines will be there. So the first and foremost guidelines for effective strategy of physical evidence is in services is recognize the strategic impact of physical evidence. So what is the strategic impact of physical evidence? For an evidence strategy to be effective, it must be linked clearly to the organization overall goals and vision. See, in service industry, they must be determined, their goals and vision must be determined to reach the customer level. So that's what the strategic impact of the recognition, the strategic impact of the physical evidence will explain. So basically if you see the service evidence of many customers are totally interchangeable will be there. They may be not loyal to the product or services. So at this condition, the physical evidence play a significant role. Why? Because for the recognition of the strategical impact of broad visions and mission, because many evidence decisions are relatively permanent and costly. They must be planned and executed deliberately. The service industry should plan and execute deliberately. Then only they are stick on to their goals or vision and mission of the service industry. So this is the first guidelines for effective strategy of physical evidence. Next, we will go for the map the physical evidence of services. Next, we will go for the second one, map of the physical physical evidence services. So let us see what is the map, the physical evidence of services. Everyone should be able to see the service process and the existing elements of physical evidence. An effective way to depict service evidence is through the service map or blueprint. Here, in map means is nothing but a blueprint that any hospitals or any hospitality industries or any education institutions or hotels, how they will make a blueprint, how they will make a blueprint of the delivering the services to the customer. So this is explained in the map the physical evidence of the services. So here we can see the points of human interaction that provide evidence opportunities and the tangible representation present at each step. To make the map even more useful, photograph or videotape of the process can be added to develop a photographic blueprint. So here the main important is an effective way to depict service evidence through the blueprint. So that is the explanation of the blueprint. And the we will go for the next one, that is clarify roles of the service scape. So what is the clarify role? Sometimes the service scape may have no role in service delivery or marketing from the customer's point of view. This is essential the case for telecommunication. This is essential for in the case of telecommunication that services or express mail services. Clarifying the roles played by the servicescape in a particular situation will aid in identifying opportunities and deciding just who needs to be consulted in making facility design decision. So here clarifying role example I have given a telecommunication, because in telecommunication sector it is also a service industry with a large number of customers. How they will, for example, if you take the insurance industry, how the insurance industry will get a data. See, the large number of customer data will be obtained by the telecommunication industry. The insurance sector will obtain the data from telecommunication industry and they will approach the customer. So they will clarify the role of the service scape. So now we will go for the next concept. It is assess and identify physical evidence opportunity. How you are going to assess once the current forms of evidence and the roles of the service scape are understood, possible changes and improvements can be identified. In especially in the service scape, once we can understand, once we can determine the concept, so possibly we can change and empower ourselves for identifying a good strategy of services. So here a strategy might be developed to provide more evidence of service to show customer exactly they are paying for, or the pricing or the facility design should need to be changed depending on the restaurant's overall strategy. Example I have given the restaurant services. See here maybe the pricing may be expensive, but the role played by the frontline service providers is very important. How to treat the customer, how to behave with the customer. So what are all the pricing you are charging for the customer? If you are using luxurious restaurants and all, the charges will be more. At the same time, the service will also be adequate will be there. So therefore, that is the we can assess and identify physical evidence opportunities. And the next one, be prepared to update and modernize the evidence. So here we can see that how to modernize some aspects of the evidence, particularly the service scape, require frequent or at least period updating and modernizing. Even if the vision, goals and objectives of the company don't change, time itself takes a toll on physical evidence, necessitate change and modernization. So this is example of the update and modernize the evidence. The service industry should always update themselves, because due to this technological development, the service industry should develop themselves, and if their goals vision should not be changed. Okay, if frequently changing their goals visions and objective, it may leads to their turnover also, it will impact on turnover. So therefore, whenever the modernization concepts is coming, the service industry should update themselves. So example I can give you that today and fashion involved. What is the fashion involved? In the fashion industry, there will be different colors will be there, designs will be there, styles will be there. So how to communicate different messages? So organization obviously understand when it comes to advertising strategy, but sometimes they overlook other elements of physical evidence. So they should update and they modernize. Next, we will go for the next strategy is work cross functionally. See, what is the work cross functionally? In presenting itself to a customer, a service firm is concerned with communication a desired image. So cross functionally means a customer, when a service firm is concerned with communicating a desired image, means they want to impress the customer with sending consistent and compatible messages through all forms of evidence, and with providing the type of service evidence the target customers want and can understand. So therefore, in the work cross functionally, the strategy can be implemented is that we can consider what is the desired images of the customer, or how to impress the customer, and sending a proper message through all the forms of evidence, with providing the type of services evidence the target customers want and can understand. So this is all the aspects of the physical evidence. So I have discussed in this topic. Once again, I will reveal which are all the topic I have discussed in this video. It is meaning of the physical evidence, which are all the meaning of the physical evidence, and what is the guidelines for effective strategy for physical evidence. So I have discussed which are all the effective strategy we are using to obtain the customer, such as guidelines for effective strategy for physical evidence is recognize the strategic impact, map the physical evidence of services, clarify roles of the service scape, assess and identify physical evidence opportunities, and be prepared to update and modernize the evidence, and work cross functionally. So these are the certain important elements I have discussed in today's topic. So thank you all the viewers for watching. We will see you in the next concept in certain extension topic of service evidence. Thank you all of you.